Hey guys, how you doing? So last week the guys from Frontier Developments invited all of us actually, but only a few of us could make it, to London to have a early sneak peek look at Planet Coaster. We got to hang out, have an hour session with the devs. We all had sort of different devs. We had a chat about the game, and then we sort of got to chill a little bit, and then went out for a meal. And Good and Doc and I got very drunk indeed, and then had a nice kip in a hotel room. It was very well done. The guys were excellent. Sometimes these sort of press junket type things can not be as glamorous as you might think. A lot of the times they're a bit conveyor belt, they don't do stuff very well, but I got to hand it to the guys at Frontier. They did an excellent job. They were all very friendly, very great. We had a lot of chatting about them. They were very keen to keep us involved in their stuff. They wanted to contribute to the next charity events we do, and they're generally really nice people. So I've got a code for the alpha, and this game is very alpha, I should say that off the bat, and I also have a signed poster. Now people can win these. The poster will have to be restricted to UK only due to postage stuff, and so there, but sucks to be you Americans, but there again. Actually, I might do Europe. Let's do Europe. That's probably better, isn't it? I'm so used to American, competitions saying that you have to be American to win, so it's about time we reversed it a little bit. But yes, I've got that. Details of all of that will be done at the end on how you can win both that and the key. Okay, so let's go into the footage we recorded. Now I should point out this was done in a room with lots of other people, so there is a bit of background noise. The sound quality isn't perfect, but it's pretty good, and you should be able to hear everything we were discussing. Looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be an excellent stream game, and also one of those kind of sit around and just take things slowly game. A lot of the devs were part of the Rollercoaster Tycoon world, so should be good. Anyway, I'll leave you in the capable hands of me.
Hello everyone, I'm Nick Rogers from Frontier Developments, and I'm the head of animation, and I'll be taking you through the game today and talking about animation and all sorts of other things.
What should we go for? Anything in particular?
Well, we've got some pre-built parks and we've got some empty parks. Which one do you fancy?
Something with something in, something big.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, you can start off with the Kraken Cake Booth, and that's certainly got something big in it.
Ooh!
Yeah, have a little look at this. You can see what our head of art, Matt Priest, has done with the game.
Well, we've got some... Right, the first thing we need to learn is the controls, I guess.
So, WASD to move the camera around, so familiar PC controls. The middle mouse click on the button will help you rotate the camera.
Right.
And the mouse wheel will zoom you in and out.
And we're upside down now.
So pretty familiar controls.
Yes, and the level of zoom is something that I am particularly impressed with.
Oh, go ahead. You go all the way down to the...
You really can look at the dirt on the ground, can't you?
You can look at the folds in the clothing. They're all modelled in there.
Look at this lady's butt.
Exactly.
Yep, there we go. Right, we've started the level. I think we're going to...
As start as we mean to go on.
Yeah. The first thing is pretty much standing out.
Yep, that does draw a bit of attention. So this is our Kraken, and he's just a scenery object, but what Matt's very cleverly done is use the terrain deformation tools to sink a cave into the ground and have him popping out scaring everyone.
He is certainly a scenery item, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he certainly is there with his supplies. But if you can look underneath him, you'll see that he's not just a static scenery piece. He's actually got all of his hydraulics in there and working and animated. So if you wanted to just so all of this is actually he's a machine. Yeah, that's it. You can really go right in there with
6 axis.
Yep, that's a proper. So we did actually quite a lot of research on those sorts of 6-axis pads that you can have and the kind of range of movements. We rigged all that up and had it so it all moves properly. So if you want to get right in there, you can. I mean, and that That's propagated throughout the whole park. If you want to look underneath the rides and see all the rigging under there, it's all there. We wanted to get all the detail in.
We've got a bit of characters here.
Yeah, these are our mascots. We've got King Coaster and Chief Beef there. Chief Beef has got a bit of a cult following now. So
Yeah, Benny has. Benny has. So this is you described this as the building sort of release.
yeah, so this alpha is really focusing on the modular building system, and it's worth pointing out that all of these big buildings that you can see around this whole area, they've all been built with the modular building scenery, with the whole modular building system. So all of these can be edited, cloned. Eventually, they'll be able to be shared. But right now, Matt's actually built this out of lots of little walls and arches and pieces of roof.
So I've clicked on it, and we've got the options of editing, duplicating, moving, and deleting.
That's right.
So
if you wanted to add some extra bits to that, you could go to the decorations part of the menu, and you could just grab something. Let's say if you want to stick a pirate spell down, and you'll see that's going to snap to any surfaces, and you can just click to whack that down anywhere.
It's just very happy to flip and rotate, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll always try to align to the normals of those surfaces, to the flat side of those surfaces.
So we have some random scars. I think this is only for 18.
What's this one? You might want to place it on the flat bit at the bottom there. So
I want to place it on the wall.
I know. What we have to do is add some extra rotation options, and then we'll be able to do that. Because at the moment we've got ones that are designed to stick upright and ones that are designed to follow any wall.
Walls, yeah.
But that's fine. That's just a little alpha thing. We'll get that sorted out.
Walls. We've got bell tower.
Yeah, stick it on the roof. Who cares?
Yeah,
We can do it. So we're very keen that we don't limit the creativity of the player. We try and say, if you want to do something mad, go for it. Just stick that up there. It's fine.
So a question I was wondering about is the build height.
Build height. Okay, so we can go. I don't know the exact figure, but certainly I've never hit the limit so far. You can just keep going up and up and up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, one of the people who playtested this earlier actually built a whole load of flat rides in the sky and linked them all up with a huge aerial network of paths, and it was terrifying. There will be, not in the alpha, but in the full version, we'll have terrain deformation. That'll probably come in a later update. But you can see in this version some examples of what you can do with the terrain deformation. Later on, if you like, I can show you some really cool examples of the extremes you can go to with the terrain
deformation. We'll
deformation.
definitely have a look at that for sure. So let's build a bit of that. Now, wall there, line that up nicely.
You can press Z to rotate the
piece. This was going to be my next question. Yes, rotate. So we can rotate like that, or we can rotate like that. That must be made. I'm thinking this is going to be a good stream game. I
hope so. Yeah, I hope that people build some really crazy concussions, and they give little tutorials on how to build them.
Is there an undo, or do I have?
There is. It's Control Z. So Control Z, Control Y. So it's very familiar if you're used to using any other software package. We try to keep that consistent.
Yeah, that's good. Because I think this is going to be one of those games where you sit and doodle.
Absolutely. I mean, personally, I sit in the office and I start building something like this. Half an hour passes, an hour passes, I'm still building the same building. Yeah. You get carried away with the details sometimes.
And then you've got the advantage of saying to the boss, "Oh, this is my work."
It's all research. Well, for demos like this, you need to know how the game works.
I've got to do this.
So you're mixing styles there.
Yeah,
and there you go for it.
Bit of nice blue wall here. I like this dangerous.
Why not?
You crazy. And then we'll just put a back one on there. And oops, again we undo. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice and familiar, isn't it? You just undo it. You know what's going to happen.
Well, there's no point in making people learn new systems.
That's it. As much as possible, we've tried to keep it familiar with any other sort of games of this style. Just trying to make sure that when people pick it up, it's easy to access.
Now, a lot of the guys on the team have a history with Coaster Tycoon.
Absolutely, yeah. Going back 13 years of building coaster games, you've got a real heritage on the team.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Again, I'm sort of one of these guys that's old enough to remember the heady old days of the original.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I've been playing these coaster games since Theme Park, all the way back. So there's a lot of big fans of coaster games. This is a game that we're making for ourselves as much as anyone else. We want to make the ultimate coaster game.
Yeah. Now, funny enough, we were talking about Good and Doc and I were talking about Theme Park in the bar. There was things you could do in that, such as if you have a shop selling fries, you could add salt to the fries.
Oh, the old classic bump or something. So we're planning to have the most advanced simulation of this sort of game that we can get in, but we've not announced much about the management yet. So hopefully later on we can talk some more about the level of detail that we're going to. But we're hoping that behind all of this great creativity and all this great building, we've also got a super strong simulation that's going to be the backbone of the gameplay, because that's where the longevity comes in. You've got all this building, but it's also lovely to have the gameplay as well.
I think so. And this is a question, I don't know whether it's a taboo question or not, but things like modding, is that going to be something that's going to happen, or
we're not ready to announce anything about modding at the moment. It's not that, I mean, the idea of modding is something that we're not strictly against, but right now we're concentrating on making the game as good as we can.
That's fair enough.
With our own tools.
Yeah. Well, yes, I think if you're going to allow, players to mod, you've got to kind of build that in fairly early. Otherwise, you get to the Minecraft scenario where you have to sort of rebuild the game, and I think nobody wants that. There you go. That's my fantastic building. Let's put some
lights or signs or anything.
One step at a time, man.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I just love the lighting. I get carried away. So if you wanted to drop those down, you could hold down shift and you could lower those pieces as well. But if you want to pop them up there,
I want them up here.
No worries.
Hey, get off my build, man.
Oh, that's not quite a line there. I think you might have had to drop the height of the other bit slightly.
I know where that is. I think that wall has gone on top of that one.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, because that piece of wall. It's because you popped a piece of wall on top of a roof, and that raised the whole thing up by sort of half a meter. So they're slightly out of alignment.
That's cool. We can still fix that, I think.
Yep, we can. So if you just shift and drag down, that's it. Now it's going to test.
So how many was these?
I think it's divided into 8.
Yeah.
Each the standard height for each piece is 4 by 4 by 4 meters. So that's the dimensions of these default pieces. There we go. I think each time it's going to try. I think if you turn off auto stacking,
that might be.
That will probably stop it. Yeah. Now it's not going to try and stack it. Yeah, because by default it'll always try and put it exactly 4 meters above the thing that you're stacking it on. So you can switch that off and then.
Right, it's official. What I need is a button I can select a piece.
Yes. Yeah, so if you get the 2 meter high piece there, that should perfectly plug that gap.
Back on.
That's it, and you can plug that hole.
Beautiful. And by beautiful, I mean shoddy mess. But
look at that, mate.
Yeah, I'm just looking at where this goes. Shift that up.
You shift that up, and then if you hold down Control, you can lock it in that axis as well.
Oh, wow, yeah, we can then put it half in the wall.
Yep.
Look at that, that's beautiful. And again, beautiful, I mean, a hot mess. There you go. Right, yes, we were looking at building attachments, decoration.
So building attachments lets you put in, little chimneys, little so you can sink that into the ceiling if you wanted to. You've got little doors and windows, fascias, verandas. I mean, something I like to do is always put a few windows on there and put little verandas underneath each one.
Little Juliet balconies.
Yeah, exactly. It's all very romantic.
Yes, this is the gilded crest. Oh, who doesn't need one of those?
Bit of regality.
Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. Is there any way of aligning these so that they're going to be horizontally on the same level?
If you hold down the Alt button, you'll find that all the objects snap to the grid. So hold down the Alt. Yeah, there you go. So those are snapping to the grid now.
Oh, perfect.
So you can place them exactly where you want to be if you need to be really.
Do you know what? It's like someone's thought of these things.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Because we've all had exactly the same experience.
Yes.
There you go. And we get these gorgeous lights popping up in there. I find the lights when the buildings really come to life, especially when you're playing them at night.
There was a giant sword, a light strip.
Bit of modern streak.
What have we got here? Pirate Bell.
Yep.
A little green coconut.
The cannon's quite an interesting one because that one's actually animated. So if you stick that down somewhere, it pops out of the wall and shoots with a little particle effect. Boom, there you go.
Let's have lots of cannon.
You can make a very threatening building. Or broadside one of the other buildings.
Whoa!
You're trying to snap to the tree.
I know,
there,
but
so,
it's not spectacular.
Well, this is yeah. At the moment, the reason that's red at the moment is because it's because you're editing this building.
Right.
So if you weren't editing that building, probably would let you stick it on the tree. If you wanted a cannon firing tree, but this is gone off the rails. Look at that!
Oh, with the sunrise as well. That's
blimey. I was going to say, you've got a lovely time of day to show off the particle effects there. Our VFX man Dave will be very, very happy to see that.
He'll be proud. Wow, we've got cutouts, we've got signage. We've got a test one. It looks like it's things I should look at. Yeah, that's fun.
It's cool.
It's fun. I like that. And that's a good size area to build a map in. I'm assuming the different areas you can have different sized.
At the moment, the alpha is just this single size. As we get towards launch, we'll be experimenting with the park size, making it as big as we can, and keep the game still performant.
So I was talking to, I can't remember, was it Johnny?
Johnny, yep. Johnny Watts.
I've been in the bar too long, I can't remember people's names anymore. He was talking about having scenarios and all sorts of...
That's right. So typical to this sort of game, you'll have sort of scenarios where the park is half built and maybe it's something's going wrong with it or there's something needs to be improved with it, and you can take it over and using your management skills, bring it all back to life. Or it could just be that you've got a single theme and you want to add all the other themes and expand it out. So in addition to just the basic sandbox mode where you build a park from scratch, from absolute scratch, you'll also have your typical scenario modes as well to test your management skills. If you hold down Z, you can actually rotate them.
Oh!
And if you take off the rotation snap, you can actually have complete control, so you can have totally smooth rotation. And rotate her to any angle that fits.
How filthy is that?
So it just lets you go off grid sometimes, and
sometimes you need to.
Yeah, sometimes you want to do something that just wouldn't work on a perfect grid, and we don't want to stop you from doing that. So go ahead.
No, I don't. And I think people are going to start making some quite crazy things.
I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant.
So I mean, we were talking earlier. Oh, there's a sneeze coming. These people have got needs and desires.
That's
right. They are headed on a mission.
Yep, that's right. So they're going to come in. They're going to have boredom thresholds, nausea thresholds. They're going to food, excitement, hunger, thirst, needing toilet. All of those things are going to come in, and all of those desires are going to be reflected in the animation. So we've produced hours and hours of animations to make sure that if someone needs the loo, they look like they need the loo. If someone's thirsty, they look like they're thirsty. That's a difficult one to try and get across. But yeah, we're going to try and make it so you can look at the crowd and at a glance you can see if your park's doing well, what your park needs.
It's funny you should mention that because in my previous life I'm a graphic designer. So I've done a lot of I do a lot of stuff for medical and instructional leaflets and things like that. And you've got to put over in graphics things like that, and it's very difficult to do sometimes without words.
That's right.
To indicate things that are mental, that are transitional, and not actual tangible objects. So needing a pee, that's fairly easy to do.
Yeah.
But thirsty, that's quite a hard one.
Thirst and hunger is a difficult one to get across, so we have to rely on the brilliant acting skills of our animators. Luckily, they're a fantastic lot, and we spend a lot of the time. We'll produce an animation, we'll record reference to that animation, we'll show it to people, and we'll say, what do you think that person's thinking? What do you think they're doing? And if they don't get it straight away, then it's not working. We'll scrap the animation, we'll do another one. So, yeah, we love our King Coaster. These guys are. We have a whale of a time animating the mascots. Is so rewarding. No, all the animation in this game is completely hand keyed. Our animators are
brilliant.
Are fantastic. We've worked with Disney in the past. We've worked with Aardman. We've worked with Pixar in the past, having their approval sign-offs on our animation. So, we want to hand key this because the guys on our team are fantastic.
He's a happy fellow.
He's a happy fellow, and we want to get as much life and as much character into these characters as possible. And to do that, you really need that hand key touch.
Yeah, presumably there's thousands and thousands of frames of animation.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, yeah. If you put all the animations back to back, you've got hours of it. So. And at the moment, there's only a fraction of the animations we've animated actually playing in game. As the simulation gets more diverse, the crowd will stop just walking around, and sometimes they'll stop and they'll chat, or they'll sit on a bench, or they'll go and use a little machine. So there'll be all of these extra additions. At the moment, everyone just walks around, but we're only showing a fraction of what they'll actually be able to do.
They've brought their ice creams.
Yep, you can see this guy's lost and he's getting all angry. There you go. He's just like. But if you look at this, you can see the guy surfing in on a milkshake. At the moment, all of the staff just operate at a normal, happy level. But if you don't pay them enough, they get demotivated. If they if there's not enough people to go around, then they get overworked and they get stressed. The performance of them goes down, and all of that's reflected in the animation. We've had great fun making people look stressed.
There's no speech bubbles or thought bubbles popping up.
No, this is all going to be
just visual cues,
all shown through the animation.
Right,
they're very expressive characters, so we can get
they are pretty expressive. And again, this is a building alpha, so we're not too worried about this. But they will have. You'll be able to track.
Yeah, you'll be able to track their stats. So you'll be able to see. I mean, we've got this in our debug builds and things. You can see what the characters are thinking and what they want to do next. Sometimes they're thinking, "Oh, I really want to go on that ride." I hated that ride. That made me sick. All this stuff will be coming across as well. So.
Yeah, and I mean, presumably any ride you're going to get that anyway. Will you be able to follow them? Like, click on somebody and the camera will just.
Yeah, we're going to have a guest camera. So we've got ride cameras at the moment. We've got coast cameras that let you ride the rides, but also you'll be able to follow the guests around as well, so you can see what they're up to. So if you click the little camera there you go. This is the cinematic camera that we've put in for you YouTubers to get nice shots.
GTA. Yeah.
But if you actually click down here, you can actually ride on it, and if you hold down the middle mouse button, you can look around the carriage.
Oh, that's cool.
And this one you're from the view. So this one's not an especially exciting ride, so everyone's just having a nice little look around. But on the more exciting rides, the characters will react to the G-forces. Oh yeah. So every character's G-forces are being tracked, and we'll choose the right animation.
Here's my marketing brain coming in.
Go ahead.
I mean, you need to put this in the store.
Yeah.
This T-shirt. Yeah.
Oh, maybe we will. Maybe we'll get some merch out.
I think you should get some merchandise out.
We've already got Planet Coaster T-shirts. I think we're giving out today, and I know that so many people love Chief Beef. I'm sure that's going to become a T-shirt at some point. I'd be amazed if we missed that opportunity. Absolutely. We'll have to just see. We'll have to put it out to the community and see what sticks. See what people love.
You know. Job or anything, but
we'll talk to our marketing guys. You can see here we've used a combination of the ride and the modular scenery to. We've put down a basic ride, but then all these lights that have been put around the side, the artist has laid all those down, so the builder has put all that down for them. So
now, again, an interesting thing that I was talking with Johnny about is we're talking about the kiosks and selling stuff.
Yep.
And he was saying that if you put down, say, I mean, I don't know what, but we'll say a balloon kiosk.
Yep.
It's because we were talking about the old Tycoons. And he said you put it on a busy path, then it will sell more. But he said if you make it look prettier, then it's going to be more appealing to the people.
That's absolutely right. We want to make sure that all of this scenery building and all this decoration isn't for nothing. It's not just cosmetic.
I'm kind of intrigued
back
as how you get that. How the AI knows that it looks more. Is it just a case of there's more things there?
There's more things there. So is it well lit at night? Have you put lots of nice bits of decoration on there? Have you spent a lot on the decorations? Have you got the really high quality ones, or have you just put all the cheap ones on it? All those little things should start to feed back into the simulation. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that it's your creativity is rewarded in the game.
And again, I know we're running out of time, but there's
we've only got a minute left, unfortunately.
There's an economy issue. We've not got an economy in this at the moment.
No, this is just a sandbox builder, so there's no money in this one. You can build as much as you like, but obviously in the full game, that's going to be something you'll have to be researching more objects and putting money into that.
So again, this is a pre-alpha. How can people get into this?
So if you want to play the alpha, you can buy the early bird version of the game, which is available on the Frontier Games website. That's $49.99. But if you just want to pre-order the game, and wait until it comes out to play it, which will be coming out at the end of the year. That's actually available for $19.99 at the moment, so it's a crazy low pre-order price.
Is it going to be Steam and that? Or is
We haven't announced any plans for Steam at the moment, but if in the future we do go onto Steam, everyone who bought the game from our store will get a Steam key. We're very keen to stress that. We did the same thing with Elite when it came out on Steam. We gave everyone a key. We don't want people to have to buy it twice.
Your Elite guys are really cool. We spent a lot of time with them.
They're a wonderful bunch.
When was that? Was that Minecon, I think?
Mike Brooks?
Minecon, I think it might have been.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
wonderful bunch.
Very generous with their t-shirts as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Magic, well, thank you very much. It's been great, and I'm going to spend a lot of time tooting about making very silly things.
Come out of there, and yeah, thank you so much for coming down and play it. I hope you've enjoyed it.
It's great, yeah. Magic, thanks a lot.
Excellent. Lovely to be here.
Okay, guys, I hope you are as excited about that as I am. It's got a lot of potential, and I think it's going to be a good game. Now, if you want to win the signed poster and a pre-alpha key, the game's coming out on 22nd for early access. The early access key is worth about 40 or 50, maybe even 60 quid, I can't remember. I know it's quite a lot to get the early access, so it's worth having. If you want to win, or at least a chance to win, please follow me on Twitter if you don't already, and I want you to link to the video, and I want you to use the hashtag badge4kingcoaster. That's a number 4. You'll see it on the screen. Thank you very much. I'll pick somebody at random, and I hope you win. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.